Yes, hello, everybody. Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. On adjusted television sets, I'm me, Kevin Pereira.
You have to say your name. They don't know when to clap.
That's cue and scene.
Hey, everybody, I'm me. It's Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's Thursday, December 13th, and we're coming to you live from the G4 studios right here in Los Angeles. I thought they would have learned with you,
They
but
don't
no.
learn. On today's show, forget tic-tac-toe and the flashlight app. We've got the best iPhone hack yet. We're going to show you how to record some video with your Jesus phone when we go around the net. Yeah, it's okay to love it. It's all right. Then Jackass 2.5 is set to become the first major Hollywood movie to premiere on the interwebs. We'll have all the details in the feed.
Plus, GameSpot's editorial director was recently fired, and there's speculation that it was over a negative review. If the rumors are true, Kevin, what does this mean for gaming journalism? We'll discuss it all in the loop. And toss your Razr in the garbage. It's old news. We'll show you some Motorola devices that go great together. The Razr 2 and H12 headset. That's Engadgetron.
But first, let's enter a world of magic and mystery.
And utter insanity.
That's three things.
We're going around the net.
All right, we're going to start off today with a video that shows a fierce battle between technology and nature.
Now, I personally, I'm not speaking for anybody here, but I've always wondered who would win a fight between snow and trains.
Oh, who hasn't?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Daily.
People at home are nodding with me right now. Our number 5 finally settles the debate once and for all.
Thank God. You know what? If the Polar Express had shown footage like that and maybe like the occasional beheading, I would have actually watched that movie.
You would have. I don't believe that.
I probably wouldn't.
Today's number 4 is an iPhone hack that answers a question we've had since day one. Why the hell doesn't it record video? It seems like a no-brainer, but apparently it doesn't.
Yeah, you know, with all the technology and, you know, this thing's feature-packed, not having video is weird. Obviously, Apple isn't doing anything about this, so the tech wizards at Monsters and Friends figured out how. The program is called Drunken Bass, and it's in beta, but it'll allow you to grab 5-second clips at 10 frames a second.
Now, the final version will be 30 frames per second, allow you to record clips and fill up the iPhone's hard drive, and have an interface to save and access your videos. Sadly, no audio.
Well, not yet. Not yet. It could get there, though. We've installed the app so that we could actually see if it works, and it kind of does. So here it is.
But it's not 30 seconds.
No. Again, the trial's only 10 seconds, 5 frames a second. But you have the little Drunken Bass icon. You click it. It'll immediately load. There's no interface and just start recording, which, wow, that's exciting. And once it's done, it'll loop your video back to show that, hey, look, it did, in fact, grab it. So that's all you get right now.
Yeah.
But
well, you're really only showing something that looks like the camera function.
Yeah, except the fact that it's clearly buffering it and saving what it's seeing and then spitting it back.
The thing is, we don't know where they're saving it. We can't find it.
Yeah, we don't know where those files are on the phone just yet. So who knows? Full version could be amazing.
Again, you guys, this is only a beta, but it does prove that the iPhone, like Kevin said, is capable of more than we originally thought, and that this function better be in a future update instead of all of those, security patches to prevent creativity.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have one, so I don't care.
Crushing the fun, Apple. You should really get one, by the way. It will change your life.
I don't have
It will make
Singular.
you a better person and more attractive overall.
Okay, then.
Okay. For today's number 3, we have to go to Iraq. Yeah, I know. Iraq. Let's go to Iraq. At this time of year, you're probably accustomed to tuning in, on the news. You hear some holiday messages, from the men and the women of the armed forces.
Now, it's a great way for them to get out all of their thoughts and feelings, say hello to everybody. That being said, here's what the troops had to say to the Onion News Network.
The Onion News Network would like to say happy holidays to all of our soldiers serving overseas. Let's hear from a few of them before the break.
Private Randy Marshall here. Last week, Dan Cook did a show on our base. He told this joke about Voltron that was pretty funny. Then later, a car bomb blew up 8 guys. Happy holidays.
Hey, my little girl, Megan. How's everything? Daddy's still out here at the costume party like he's been for the past 14 months. They want Daddy to do the party a little longer because it's going great. Daddy's having a great time. Woohoo!
Hi, this is Private Jonathan Mills from Mesa, Arizona. Hey, guys, back home. I got shot in the head, but I'm okay. It's a long story, and I'll tell you later.
We're making really great progress. Things are great. I hope that everything back home is swell, that everyone has a great holiday.
Love this Onion News Network.
There was, I love it as well. And with regard to this video, there was a ton that I wanted to say, and yet I was instructed to not respond to that video personally by several people in several departments here. So.
Really? But if you could say something, what would you say?
Happy holidays, everybody!
Ah!
That's all I really just...
That's spirited.
Freedom.
ENunn number 2 today is the latest. That's what we're fighting for, freedom.
That's it. They hate our freedom.
And oil and something else. Today, the number 2 today is the latest video from YouTube user Mitty Moo.
You may remember them from last year's Christmas tree video.
Yeah.
Go turn on my tree.
Go turn on my tree.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my favorite thing to say during the holidays.
Could not stop watching this damn video. We loved it.
He's so great.
Yeah.
Now they're back reviving the mom character who somehow manages to be like everyone's mom.
Yeah.
Hello? Hey! What's going on? Oh. I had no idea. Are you kidding me? Stop it! All of a sudden she's playing dumb now. What? I hate to say it, but she's losing it. She's losing it. Are you kidding me? With the kids in the car. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. He's selfish. All right, stay outside. I won't say anything. All right, all right, bye. Goodbye.
Go turn on my tree.
Yeah, seriously. Quite possibly one of the internet's best characters, right?
Yeah.
Who wants Bailey?
The drags, and they weren't I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was a
Thank you, Olivia.
perfect rendition.
I really only do the show for you.
Oh, I do it for you. And you.
Wow.
Sometimes it sounds lame in here, but we do it for you guys at home. The Drags and New York Comedy Troupe put this together, and the money. And the money,
Thank you.
of course. Okay, let me talk about what I have to talk about. It's the 2007 HBO Comedy Festival, and we hope they get the success they deserve. This is
Are we
awesome.
still talking about the mom video?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Post more mom videos ASAP. Look, Kevin and I, we can't get through the holidays without them, because apparently you hear what we have to deal with.
Can we, let's move it on. Let's see this on.
Thank you, executive producer, who gets paid for laughter.
Wow.
We're spiraling downward.
Are you a fat, worthless sack of crap?
Yes?
Then listen up, because today's #1 item in the Round the Net is just for you. We have a commercial from the Anti-Gym.
Yeah.
It's Denver's harshest weight loss specialist.
I think they were inspired by us, to tell you the truth. Instead of hiring a spokesperson like Kirstie Alley and promoting a positive, uplifting message, this business gets right up in your grill and tells you exactly how it is.
Do you have any bottles of water I could have?
All I got is beer.
Beer?
Well, that's the only way I can get a guy to come over.
Are you serious?
Let alone stay the night. And if he doesn't stay, then I need a beer.
Ah! This is pathetic! You need a beer bottle or a can to get it, man? Ah! Now I see why! A chubby eating a pie! That's why you'll never get a guy! No chubbies!
It's sort of like Dr. Seuss on roids.
Yeah. Actually, watching that now, just so you know, that is gym owner Michael Carolchick blowing up that fatty's fridge. And I have to say, you really shouldn't go get down on fatties like that. It's really not their fault that they're fat.
No, it's a genetic thing. They're born that way.
It is. And, you know, it's really, we would never personally assault anybody for the way they looked or if they were heavy. That would be wrong.
That's not something pretty thin people do.
No, I mean, we are extremely thin and not fat.
No.
And for the fat people out there, it's okay that you're fat and lonely.
I think we finally found the official gym of Attack of the Show, though.
That's right.
I mean, the only issue, he does refer to fatties as chubbies for some reason, but his heart is clearly in the right place.
As is ours.
Right.
And a quick look around the Anti-Gym's website shows that they are also fighting for a new law that would classify childhood obesity as a form of child abuse. Why? To prevent kid fatties.
That's good. That's good. And to prove it, he actually keeps picking on the same poor, overweight actress in his gym commercials.
In the field with a live breaking news story.
Oh my God! She's gonna cause a tidal wave!
Honey, I'm home.
Honey! Oh my!
Look at you! Moo! Moo! You're never gonna have a hubby if you're a chubby, so forsake the cake! Pathetic! No chubbies!
Forsake the cake. That's pretty good.
That chick has to have some serious emotional issues by now.
Well,
But
besides the ones you get from being a fatty.
yeah. But she did make some money from doing that commercial. If she was thin, she wouldn't have gotten the money from that commercial.
Now she can buy all the cake she needs.
To get your daily viral fix, we're going to hell. Go into g4tv.com/AroundTheNet and sign up for the Around the Net podcast. But those jokes will still be funny in hell.
They will still, they kill.
Oh.
What? Right now it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla Cayley in the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Jackass is back, and this time the guys are terrorizing the internet. Plus, there were plenty of surprises at the announcement of the Golden Globe nominations, and South Korean scientists have done the unthinkable. They've made cats glow in the dark. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes, but first, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Layla. Now brace yourselves. It's time for some video viewer mail.
Take it away, Stephen.
Hi, Kevin and Olivia. This is Stephen from Toledo, California. My question is, after Kevin's recent travels to fans' houses, who was his favorite house to visit and why?
That's a really great question.
That's a tough question.
Because every stop was different. One, you got Mama at one house. You got a mansion at the other.
Right, I got the bird flu at one of them.
Yeah.
You know, it was weird. I didn't have a lot of time to spend at any of the houses just because of the schedule.
You just fly in and...
yeah, so I mean, sadly, like Miami, I had no time to hang out with the guys afterwards. In Michigan, I got to play a little rock band with Smee and the crew, but it was like for a half hour, 45 minutes or so. Philadelphia was probably one of the best, and that's not a slight to Arizona at all because I was just sick there.
Yeah.
But in Philly, man, the guys came out. I had some time to chill out, play Guitar Hero with them afterwards. We had a little drink or two afterwards. Even Mama partook.
Now, if you were gonna...
the guys bribed me with cupcakes and a happy birthday, so it was very sweet.
Well, if you're gonna do it again, do you have any advice for fans what they should put out for you or what
Purell.
Okay.
Buckets and buckets of Purell.
Okay.
Please.
Good to know. Right now, you guys, let's talk about a major story that hit while Kevin was on the road. Jeff Gerstmann was recently dismissed from his role as editorial director at GameSpot.com, and some are saying it was because of his negative review of Kane and Lynch: Dead Men.
Yeah, GameSpot denies that this was the case. They stand by their editorial integrity. However, rumors suggest that the game's developer, Eidos Interactive, was actually upset about the game's subpar marks, and as a regular advertiser on the site, apparently they threatened to cut their funding. Again, it's all hearsay, but...
Yeah, it's kind of suspicious. Now, around that time, Gerstmann's video review was pulled from the site, and his harsh written review was altered to be, quote, more in line with the numbered rating he submitted. Now, some gamers are wondering if all game reviews are biased and edited, and some say that we are more journalistic than 60 Minutes.
I think we really are. We're the most trusted source for all the stuff you care about.
But we're not talking about us, we're talking about them.
And we want to know what you guys think. Are game reviews an honest assessment or just paid advertising? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT, that's 44898. That'll let you vote and register for AOTS live news alerts.
This is going to be a good loop. I'm very excited about it. Very interesting. You know, if you guys like games, comics, the latest gadgets, and overall great television, you have no reason to change the channel.
She's right.
We've got more coming up.
She's right.
Here's what's coming up on today's Attack of the Show. Are video game ads influencing video game reviews? We're talking about the controversial firing of GameSpot editor Jeff Gerstmann in the loop. And we're checking out the Heroes Volume 1 comic book, which features tons of art and writing from the hit TV series on fresh ink. Plus, we're reviewing the Razer 2 and its super sleek Crystal Talk H12 headset on Gadgetron. We're turning you to the dark side when the attack comes back.
Are you addicted to video games? Or are you just a turd? Adam vs. Adam starts in 60 seconds. Video game addiction is a growing problem in this country, and the game industry has to step up and own it. We need outreach and PSAs to raise awareness and get help to the people who need it.
Oh, shut your Twinkie hole. This is just another made-up malady to spin cash in the self-help industry. Nothing is ever anybody's fault anymore. Just take a pill or see a therapist to make everything all better.
So, Mr. Compassion, you've never seen anyone take a day off of work or school or even their relationships for the sake of a game?
Of course I have. It's called being a jerk. But your nanny-state approach does nothing to address the core issue of personal responsibility.
What do you know about addiction anyway?
Is that the time? Well, sorry, gotta go.
I'm Adam Sessler. And what am I, talking to myself here?
Take a peek inside the real adult world.
You really have to see it to believe it. Trust us on that.
The Adult Entertainment Expo from Las Vegas. 2 hours of the industry's hottest girls and latest gadgets.
I'm a naughty, naughty girl.
My lord, it's a good time.
And only one network has the cojones to cover it.
I'm from Utah and I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Keep in mind, little dabble do ya.
The Adult Entertainment Expo 08, January 13th, only on G4.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the old show. Take a seat though, because it's time for the only news you need to know.
There's only one place to get all the day's top stories.
Thanks, guys. It's time to start the feed.
Intend to appear in Hollywood Apple.
The Feed with Layla Kaylee.
There's a new Jackass film coming, and it's set to debut exclusively on the internet. Jackass 2.5, an hour-long film composed of extra footage from the last movie and newly shot scenes, will be available December 19th. You can watch it streaming online for free at jackassworld.com. And on December 26th, the film will become available exclusively to rent at Blockbuster, for sale at some outlets, and available to download at Movie Link. It's always good to see those guys kick convention in the nuts. The Golden Globe nominations were announced early this morning, and as usual, there were plenty of surprises. The upcoming comedy, Walk Hard, scored nominations for Best Actor and Best Song. The indie comedy Juno scored 3 nominations for Best Picture Screenplay and Ellen Page for Lead Actress. And the long-awaited Sweeney Todd picked up 5 nominations, including nods for Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. On the TV side, Heroes and The Office were skipped over for Best Drama and Comedy Series, while newcomers like Damages, Californication, and Pushing Daisies all scored big. The winners will be announced on January 13th. For years, the military has used video games for battle simulations, and now they're setting up their own gaming company. TPO Gaming is hard at work on creating a toolkit that will allow soldiers to build and create games, as well as design their own simulations. The Marines already have designed one game called Virtual Battlespace 2, which could become a military standard. However, because of the testing and approval process, this toolkit might not see the light of day until 2015. Word to the troops. All right, the future is here. Jetpacks have become a reality, and you can now fly through the air for over 90 minutes with the latest model about to debut. Jetpack International is releasing a jetpack early next year that costs, wait for it guys, $226,000 and allows you to pilot the sky for up to 10 miles before having to gas up on jet fuel again. The company hopes to keep bringing the price down as the tech advances. Stay tuned, I'll definitely keep you posted. And finally, scientists in South Korea have successfully cloned cats that have the ability to glow in the dark when exposed to ultraviolet light. The scientists inserted a virus into the skin cells of the mother cat, then transplanted those cells into the womb to prove it was possible to clone organisms with manipulated genes. Also, they make great for LOL cat pictures. Yeah. All right, that's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed.
Now, we know you love video games.
I love games.
Yeah, and we hope you love promos.
I love promos.
Because here's a promotional message about the ultimate video game show, X-Play.
I love it.
Starting Monday, January 14th, X-Play will level up from its current all-review format to a bigger, badder game machine.
It's like selling back a PSP and getting a 360.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I love that analogy. Give me another one. Give me another one.
It's like trading a Game Boy, but getting an Atari.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not very good.
That's all I have. The all-new Daily X-Play will cover the entire gaming industry with up-to-the-minute breaking news, previews, Adam and Morgan's game reviews, of course, and so much more. You can catch the all-new X-Play starting Monday, January 14th, right chaw on G4.
You guys still ahead? We roll up our sleeves. We roll up our sleeves, make a mess, and get covered in gadgetron, as well as show you some scantily clad women.
I love scantily clad women.
Don't miss out.
I won't miss out.
Can we trust game reviews from sites littered with gaming ads? Find out in The Loop. And we're finding out which hot girl made her boyfriend the winner of our Baby Win Daddy a DSLR camera contest.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Earlier we asked you if game reviews are an honest assessment or just paid advertising. According to our paid pollsters at the G4 Bunker, 55% of you think that they are honest. It's going to be a very good loop. Honest or not, let's go to Kevin to see if he can create some controversy.
Ah, that's Well, okay, yeah, let's do it. New video games are always reviewed and scored by professional journalists, but is that review always an unbiased one?
2 weeks ago, highly regarded video game journalist Jeff Gertzman was fired from his post at GameSpot.com. The editorial director lost his job shortly after posting a negative review of Kane and Lynch, Dead Men. Immediately, rumors began to circulate that his dismissal was a result of corporate pressure from IDOS Interactive, the publisher behind the game and a regular advertiser on GameSpot's website. GameSpot removed Gertzman's video review and even altered his written version, but continues to deny any correlation between these actions and Gertzman's firing. However, the gaming community is far from convinced. Has the line between editorial commentary and advertising support been blurred beyond distinction? And do unbiased reviews even exist anymore? It's time for the only thing you can trust. It's The Loop.
All right, now before we get into this, I want to say that we reached out to Jeff Gertzman for a comment on the story. Sadly, we weren't able to get one before this broadcast. I don't think he's actually allowed to talk about the thing. Also, GameSpot released the following statement a few weeks back. They say, quote, GameSpot takes its editorial integrity extremely seriously. For over a decade, GameSpot and the many members of its editorial team have produced thousands of unbiased reviews that may have been a valuable resource for the gaming community. At CNET Networks, we stand behind the editorial content that our teams produce on a daily basis. So I know the story is like a week or so old, but I was on the road, and then I had, the avian flu. So now that the dust has settled, perhaps we can get maybe a slightly clearer picture of what happened. So let's get into it. My guest tonight, coming to us from San Francisco, editor for Wired's Game Life blog, Chris Kohler joins us, and here in Los Angeles, editor for Kotaku.com, Mike McWhirter. Welcome to The Loop, everybody. The internet, of course, has been ablaze with conspiracy theories suggesting that Jeff was fired because of this single bad Kane and Lynch review. Mike, let's start with you. Do you believe that this is the truth? And why is the real story such a secret here? I mean, it was a pretty high-profile firing.
Yeah, I don't know that we really know the real story behind what happened with Jeff Gertzman, and we may never know. But I don't think it was necessarily this one review that was, I don't think it's that cut and dry. I think that my impression was that there were a lot of disagreements with management, and there were a couple contentious reviews, and I don't believe it's just this one thing, but it was unfortunately really bad timing on the part of GameSpot and CNET management, and it just didn't look so good.
Chris, do you agree? Do you think it was just clearly bad timing, or was there more going on here?
I don't know if it was bad timing. I think that whether or not the Kane and Lynch review was the one thing that led to his firing or not, and it's seeming very much like it wasn't, the problem is that CNET let its employees kind of think that, because all of the rumors that were coming out about Kane and Lynch were coming, on Kotaku and on things like Valleywag and Penny Arcade that kind of started it all, were ostensibly coming from GameSpot employees. And so the fact that they didn't let their employees, give them a clear picture of what was going on seems to be what gave rise to all of the rumors in the first place.
Right, and nobody can fault a website for the ad revenues that it generates from its sponsors. I mean, we get that's how they exist, but the problem occurs when companies get paid to advertise the same products they're supposed to be reviewing, of course. And Mike, I mean, how can people expect any objectivity when sponsors are paying people's salaries here?
Well, I actually think in GameSpot's defense, they have been very clear in the past about how objective they are about game reviews. They try to separate their news organization from their previews people from their reviewers as to who looks at a game when. And as far as the timing issue that I referred to earlier, I think that was more along the lines of that the review was still the review was fresh, that the ads were plastered across the site, that they had pulled the site ads down, and I just didn't look so good for IDOS to.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've reskinned the site with giant skyscraper ads, and the quote on the page is basically "Don't buy this game,"
and then it was pulled down that night.
Yeah,
that's what I mean by bad timing.
Okay, so some mismanagement as well. But Chris, regardless of who's advertising on the site, I mean, GameSpot hires and pays their journalists for honest critiques of games, right, bad or good. Mm-hmm. What does the future hold for GameSpot or other review sites if gamers believe that maybe the integrity of these reviews is secondary to the corporate sponsorship?
I don't know. I would really have to question how many or how much of GameSpot's readership is actually actively following the story or has lost faith in them. I mean, if you look at the traffic reports for GameSpot when a bunch of readers organized a brownout and decided not to go to that site on last Monday, the traffic didn't even dip at all. And so it seems like maybe this is just sort of going to blow over, and this is just sort of the gamer community getting itself into a huff over something that hasn't really spread out to the average person who jumps on GameSpot and looks at game reviews.
And that may be true, but Chris, do you believe the average gamer or the general gamer out there, they shouldn't they care about this? Like, shouldn't they be looking into this? Shouldn't they question the sites that they visit?
I think you absolutely should be questioning every site that you visit, and you should, compare the reviews that they're putting up to average reviews that are all over the place and get a wide range of opinions, and don't just focus yourself on one website for all of your information about things.
Right. Now, Mike, even though there's information coming out and people are saying, hey, Gertzman was let go for several reasons, maybe it was completely unrelated to the bad review and it was just a timing thing, what damage has been done, if any?
Well, I think that there's always going to be this mark on GameSpot to some degree for some people. I think like what Chris said, I don't think everybody is really paying attention to it, and there may only be a few people who find that disagreeable. I think more damage has been done to IDOS and maybe the Kane and Lynch franchise, which I can't imagine becoming a franchise after a situation like this.
Exactly. I don't know how you can damage something that no one was going to.
And IO Interactive probably wants to distance themselves away from the whole Kane and Lynch series as much as possible.
Right. All right, Chris, I want to give you the final word here. How do companies avoid this kind of drama in the future? Is it inevitable that this is going to happen again, where somebody's skinned by an Axe body spray ad, but they got to tell you that the scent is delicious, or
I think that ultimately companies really do have to be very wary going forward about just having this iron wall between the advertising and the editorial departments. And I mean, I'm not saying that they don't right now, just that, in case anybody ever thinks that maybe the wall is made of paper and that it's okay to poke a finger through it every now and again, this should really teach them that no, it absolutely should not happen, because there's going to be drama.
I completely agree. All right, I want to thank my guests, Chris and Mike, for joining us. Thank you guys for keeping us in the loop. Right now, let's go over to Olivia, who always says she's honest. And you know what? I trust her.
Honest-ish. Asia is at the forefront of electronics, and that's no lie. Right now, I'm giving you a rundown of some of the best future tech out there just in time for Christmas 2010. We want you to attack this. First up is the FOMA F801i, the next in NTT Docomo's lineup of 3G phones. While the F801i is designed for the safety of children, it offers enough security features to put any paranoid pessimist at ease. In emergency mode, the phone will emit a 100-decibel alarm and send a distress beacon to your loved ones. The included amulet keeps a constant wireless connection, so if the user is separated from the phone more than 5 minutes, it will send out the beacon. It's nice to know that your remains will be quickly found in case you get kidnapped or murdered. While we're on the topic of paranoia tech, let's bring up the Nokia Eco Sensor. Now, this concept product consists of a wearable solar-powered sensor unit with a phone for data supply and, well, phone usage. The sensor unit will transmit environmental, weather, and personal health data, so you can always have fair warning when you are entering an area with toxic gas, when you're about to have a heart attack, or when you'll be hit by a tornado. The phone will also transmit data to others using this device so they can know when they're in danger as well. Looking towards a brighter future, we have the Virtual Eve. Eve is an instructional program developed at Massey University in New Zealand and takes the form of a young woman giving instructional lessons through computers. But what makes her different from other video lessons is that she watches you. Based on your facial expressions and emotional state, Eve adjusts the way she teaches and presents herself in order to keep your interest. While learning is fun and all, imagine all the other possibilities of computers if they understood your emotions: interrogation, torture, brainwashing, Skynet. Finally, we've got the iRobot Connect R. Now, nothing says the future like being replaced by mechanical counterparts. The Connect R is pretty much a Roomba with a webcam and mic, but allows you to create cherished moments with your family and loved ones when you can't be there for them. The camera provides wide-angle and close-up views and is controllable via the interwebs. Using a keyboard or even a joystick, you can drive the Connect R around or chase your friends, families, or pets. With this iRobot, you'll never miss an amazing moment again, like when your brother projectile vomits eggnog all over Grandma on Christmas Eve. Oh, if I had $1. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all this future tech and more. If you guys like comics, new cell phones, and not letting me down, then stay right there. We've got more Breck after this.
Blair Butler checks out The Dark Knight's latest comic compilation in Batman, Death in the City, on Fresh Ink. And the Razor 2 is even thinner than its predecessor and sports a new Crystal Talk feature. But is it a worthy successor to the Razor name? Gadget Prawn answers.
G4 is like being visited by a badass video game goddess who is way into tight circuit-laced apparel and digging up funny, obscure videos. Plus, she's all over the latest blogs, games, and high-tech gadgetry. This energy-clad goddess/sensei of digital goodness is plugged into what's going on. And therefore, my man, so are you. G4 is like that, basically.
You are watching TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Live, locked, and loaded with all the good stuff. Minus the crust.
You don't like the crust?
It's just extra carbs.
Oh, I love the crust. Now, we know you care about your comic books, so let's send things over to our resident comic expert.
And my best friend.
Miss Blair Butler, who's about to review the latest and the greatest.
Aw, BFF for life.
Yay!
Yay! Yay, team. Okay, today on Fresh Ink, I've got Batman, a hero's comic book, and a surprising graphic novel that might just be one of the year's best. Enjoy. I'm back at Golden Apple because even though 2007 is almost over, we still have new comics to review. First up, one of the year's biggest surprises. This is Eric Powell's haunting new graphic novel, The Goon, Chinatown.
This beautifully illustrated comic explores the past of the supernatural mob enforcer known as the Goon. But while previous Goon stories have been heavy on humor, this gorgeous, melancholy tale explains how the Goon got his scarred visage, and it does it without cracking a single joke. For any other series, such a serious departure could be disastrous. But Powell's luminous work on Chinatown makes it one of the strongest graphic novels of the year. His art wordlessly conveys heartbreaking moments of loss and regret, and elevates this to required reading for comics fans, even those who have never picked up a Goon book before.
Next up, it's a nice stocking stuffer for fans of The Dark Knight. It's the latest collection of detective comics, Batman, Death in the City.
This series of standalone Batman tales written by Paul Dini boasts top-notch visuals by a host of talented artists. And while none of these mysteries are going to blow your mind, they are fun, diverting reads, perfect for quick consumption. My favorite story in the bunch finds the Joker taking out Batman and the super-heroic sorceress Zatanna with lethal precision. Yes, the Joker's ultraviolence is almost as disturbing as Zatanna's costume. I mean, come on, fishnets with a top hat? Are you kidding me?
And finally, a little something for fans of the TV show Heroes.
Heroes Volume 1 collects a cornucopia of bonus stories about characters from the first season. You'll find out how Linderman met Mr. Petrelli, what Jessica did before Nikki even knew she existed, and get a cool reveal about the first time Isaac Mendez used his powers. But the real highlight of Volume 1 are the quirky covers by Tim Sale, who creates all of the art on the Heroes TV show. Of course, if you don't watch the series and have no idea what I'm talking about, this is not the book for you. But if you're a die-hard Heroes fan, then some of this will probably make you as happy as Hiro Nakamura in Times Square.
That's it for this edition of Fresh Ink, but watch the skies. My picks for the best comics of 2007 are coming to Attack of the Show very soon. Now the Goon. Oh, stop. They like the straight hair.
Love you! I love you!
All right.
You guys.
She looks like Ali Latta. Now I'm blushing. You can't see it through all the makeup, but I am. Anyway, The Goon Chinatown is a really beautiful book with a tragic story, but will it be on my best comics of 2000 list? You'll find out soon. Until then, check out my weekly comic book reviews on Fresh Ink online at g4tv.com/freshink. This week we've got Wonder Woman, the final issue of the Sinestro Corps saga, and a little bit of a rant from me. I got angry about something.
Love you, Blair!
Back to you guys. Thanks.
I love you. Come on, hang out with us for this, Blair.
Oh, yeah?
Come on, come hang out.
I'll just totally.
It's live TV. They can't make us do it again.
Woo! Comics are full of sexy, tough women. But now, it's time for some real-life ones.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Guess what? It's time to put up or shut up.
Oh, yeah?
Daddy win baby a DSLR.
No, baby when daddy is.
Apparently Apparently,
Yeah,
Davey
the other
is gonna be
contest
daddy.
was only valid in Singapore.
The day is finally upon us. We are going now to reveal the winner of the Nikon D200 Digital SLR $3,000 camera. But first, let us take a look at some of the runners-up.
I've missed all these photos. I was out on the road, I think.
Well, you should take a look now.
I'm going to. In third place, we had Dylan and his picture of the lovely Samantha. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hello! Add me on MySpace. Obviously a vintage gaming enthusiast. It was a good effort, but they had to settle for the bronze,
That's right.
sadly.
Now, another one everyone will enjoy.
Those cartridges.
The runner-up was Brian and his wife, Katarina, who obviously is an iPod fanatic. They get points for originality, and their office looks like a standard G4 cubicle filled with toys, comics, and shame.
And scantily clad women.
Yeah.
Apparently. But the winner was Caesar and his model, Ashley, who pulled off the Laura Croft look perfectly. Look at the pose. She's got it down. She's got it down.
That's pretty awesome.
Well done. Right now, we actually have the winners on via webcam.
That's
actually,
right.
to revel in their victory. Caesar, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, congrats, Caesar. So tell me, how does it feel to beat out so many contestants with your photo skills?
Very well. It feels great.
I bet it did. Ashley, is your grandmother as proud as we are?
She even helped us.
Who is that there? What's going on? Ashley, your photos smashed the competition, so is this going straight to your head? Are you thinking of making a spin-off fan site, or are you done after this?
Actually, I've kind of been, this is mostly, I wanted to pursue a modeling career, and my boyfriend just wanted to, get out the whole word for a...
Yeah, see, Ashley, he doesn't believe in you the way I do. And so what I'm thinking is that if you want to come on out to Los Angeles just for a week or two, I could give you some pointers, help you get into the industry.
Because here's the thing is
we could take some photos as well.
To get into the modeling industry, now it's not so much still photographs, but video.
Video, yes.
Video,
and
a
I've
lot
got
of video.
several webcams and a wood panel department. So if you want to make that happen.
This man knows people.
Yeah, Caesar, you're more than welcome to join. I'm just, you know.
We'd rather you stay home, but you're welcome to join. All right, great job, guys.
Goodbye.
Thank you guys very much. Feel free to send us some more of your pictures with the brand new camera as well. And they can be not safe for work as well.
That'd be great.
We don't mind at all.
You guys will be back with more right after we catch a quick breather.
Coming up, the Razer
G4 is going to be good to you, even if no one else will. Our giveaway special, free stuff returns for the holidays. Morgan Webb and myself will lead you through the newest and sweetest of all the swag that's fit to sell, and then we give it all away. That's what we do. Log on to our website, g4tv.com/free stuff. Watch the show, plug in the secret codes that you get during the commercial breaks.
You have to watch commercial breaks.
You have to. And stay tuned, and you guys can find out if you've won.
Now, here's the best part. G4 is sending one lucky winner to Japan with a guest and 100,000 yen to buy whatever you want. You could go to Akihabara and buy the tech that you guys won't get over here for years. It's awesome. We were there, we were watching the TV on the phones, and then, 2 years later,
it's finally here, except it's 5 frames a second, and it looks like crap.
Well, you guys, catch G4's Christmas free stuff giveaway. It's on Christmas Day live. You guys stay tuned for more info on all the latest tech as we continue to count down the 20 days of Gadget Fun.
All right, let's check in one last time with the army of monitor heads for some video viewer mail.
Hey, Attack of the Show. As we all know, last week Kevin came down to Miami to hang out with me and my friends, and he shaved my eyebrows. And ever since then, I've been getting questions from G4 employees and from my fellow stick gamers asking, "Hey, Javon, have your eyebrows grown back yet?" Now, so you guys can stop asking me that question, look, yes, guys, to sexy eyebrows, they are growing back. And the ladies in Miami loved it. So you guys can stop hating on it.
Okay, first of all, congratulations on your eyebrows coming back. But I have to say, tell the story about why it wasn't as much fun afterwards.
Because afterwards, Javon, in which we love our fans, don't get us wrong. We love our super fans. Javon's one of them.
He is a super fan.
Except when all was done, it was like, hey, you want me to shave your eyebrow? I'll give you a TV. When he's done, he's like, you want to shave the other one? No, I'm cool. I think the one was funny. Oh, yeah, you want to shave my goatee?
He's like, you can shave anything.
Yeah, you can shave anything. I didn't even need the TV. Whatever you guys want to do.
It's only fun when you don't want it.
Yeah, if you're not crying, we're not interested.
Yeah. So next
Coming
time,
up
shed a tear.
On the next Attack of the Show, everybody, we recently discovered an Attack of the Show. It was actually from 1987. It was in our vault. We're going to air it in its entirety. You'll also hear our review of the Radio Shack CT300 mobile phone. Get this, just under 2 pounds.
Oh, my God.
Only cost $1,500.
That's a steal.
Yeah,
that's a steal. Zach Morris isn't the only one going to have one.
Hello.
Hello. And in Laserdisc Tuesday, we'll review 2 kick-ass sequels. Get this, Aliens came out with another one, and Evil Dead 2. In the Lobe, we'll talk about the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon and whether or not Windows 2.0 threatens the Macintosh 2's dominance.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I think Mac's
gonna reign.
Pretty
We'll
much.
see you guys tomorrow.